I'm Dan McDermott here at Morgan's Ford Road Bridge in Warren County, Virginia, right near Front Royal. There are actually two stories going on. One is the release of a bald eagle that was injured in October. The second story is a controversy about VDOT's plans to widen the bridge. We'll take a look at both of those.
It's a mature bald eagle with his white head and tail, so we know he's at least 5 years old, and they can live more than 20 years in the wild. And we think it's a male because he's a little bit on the small side. The female eagles are about 25% larger than the males. This eagle was rescued by state police on I-66 on October 8th. He had been struck by a vehicle and was seriously injured. They brought him to our wildlife hospital here in Boyce, and we cared for his broken wings. He had 2 broken wings and internal injuries. He needed surgery to repair one of his wings, and pins were placed to line up the bones. And now, about 12 weeks later, he was completely healed and back in shape and ready for release.
I think it's the best way you could ever start a new year. It's wonderful. The Wildlife Center does a smashing job of taking care of animals. My girls have even taken little mice and little animals to them at times. I've visited there a few times with the kids. They're very educational. They're doing a wonderful job. This is just a fantastic thing to be able to see.
How lucky is the eagle in terms of how serious was this injury? What was his initial prognosis? Because it seems to have ended up really well.
Yeah. Really very, probably initial prognosis actually very low. He had a high fracture, very bad fracture near his shoulder, and many of those birds do not fly again. So at first we were very, very worried about him. He also had internal injuries, so we were very worried about him, but he recovered beautifully. We're very proud of him. He fought his way back to health, and you saw what he did. He can fly beautifully.
I think it's a tremendous program. I thought about birds of prey in general is I've always been attracted to them. You know, the kind of the apex predator kind of thing has just always been a little bit attractive to me. Bald eagles, having been, you know, so close to almost extinction and then just flourishing, it's pretty amazing.
Well, I am a really big bald eagle fan, and I don't really get to see them that often. I only saw like 2 the last time I saw them.
Experience to see them rehabilitating an eagle, just because we just heard the sad story of the 2 that got shot over in Maryland. So it was just a really nice experience.
This river crossing has been used for thousands of years by animals and humans, including one of our founding fathers, George Washington, who crossed into the Shenandoah Valley here as a young surveyor in the 1740s.
The bridge that they're proposing to build is an elevated, high-speed, 40-ton, 2-lane bridge that would take away all of those attributes of this particular place right here. Furthermore, we believe it to be a major National Historic Site right here. This is all a conservation district and is within the National Register of Historic Places now.
Well, let me give you the devil's advocate view. We've had numerous deaths on the bridge, right? So what could they do?
They have been the result of distracted high-speed driving in all cases. If this were calmed, which is what we've asked for all along, if there were speed bumps to slow you down, we asked for the gates for years until finally somebody drowned here. After that, there were some people that were obviously driving in an adverse situation, but much too fast. And of course, look, every tree on the road is dangerous if you're driving in a distracted or high-speed fashion.
Was it a raccoon? Waiting to see if it had rabies? Open the alleyway for him.
You don't want those talons near your face.
Hold on, you want to walk up here real fast, Linda? These people are really...
What's his name?
We didn't name it.
Everybody get ready!
He's got a really long wingspan. He'll hit you.
Most of them are banded. It's just he was on vacation, so the banding team was on vacation. You think he's gonna be okay?
Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah, just get him up.
All right. Y'all ready? Here we go.
That was great. Can you do that again, please?
The turnout today, what you expected or better?
A lot of people, probably more than I expected, yes.
A lot of stuff going on New Year's Day, and they chose this.
I know, exactly, yeah. And I think it's a wonderful way to start the new year. It's a story of hope, yep. And yeah, the story of trying to save this bridge and this beautiful habitat, keep this place natural, not turn it into another highway.
At Morgan's Ford Road Bridge near Front Royal, Virginia, I'm Dan McDermott for Warren County Report newspaper and WarrenCountyVA.com.